Let's talk about Unit 2's assignment. This is academic writing in an age of BS. Words have power, but that power and often the meaning of words can change depending on context. How a word is used, by whom, and to whom, and for what purpose, also known as rhetorical situation, is vital to understanding the power of a word. In this assignment, you're going to explore different ways of learning how to summarize, evaluate, synthesize, analyze, and categorize the topic of bullshit. Again, you'll be working with your team members and fostering collaboration. So step 1 should be finished by now. Each team member is responsible for reading all the articles. Again, those are the articles you're going to be working with when you pick your task. You should annotate each article, and you should find 4 quotes from each article for use at a later date. These quotes could be anything from something that just grabs your attention. Is there a sentence that just moved you for some reason? Highlight them, keep them. Again, they might come in handy when you start doing your own task. Okay, so these articles defining academic writing on bullshit, a kind word for bullshit, the problem of academic writing, you should have read. Now you're ready to walk into step 2. Divide these tasks up among your team members. Each one should have something completely different, so 2 people cannot be evaluating or 2 people cannot be summarizing. There is enough tasks for each person to have their own to work with. You must include evidence to prove your point, so whatever you state, you have to have quotes, and then make sure they have citations at the end of the quotes. So the first task, this is a Wiki co-owner task, evaluate the articles. When you're evaluating the articles, it increases the reader's understanding about the main theme or idea. I would work with each article individually at this point, go through it, interpret, evaluate, assess the information that you've learned, come to a conclusion about it. What opinion did you have? How would you select this idea and compare it to that idea? What is organization of it? What's the style? Was it effective? How did they treat the topic? Did it appeal to a particular audience, or was it written for many people? You must make judges about what's read think, should you defend their idea, or are you going to criticize it? Is what Harry Frankfurt's saying believable or not? Or is he way out there somewhere? And if he is, why do you think that way, and what backs it up? What did he actually say in his article to make you think one way or the other? And that's where your quotes come in, and that's where your argument comes in, even when you're evaluating the articles. Task 2. This is synthesizing the articles. It means combining. You get a lot of information amongst the 3, find the main points in each one, put together ideas. Some will be repeated. I want you to look for those. Then figure out what's different about each one. Okay, so it's almost like summarizing, but it takes a step one step further. Instead of restating the important parts, you're going to be combining ideas. You're going to look for how do you understand the text as a whole, and then how do you understand the text amongst the 3 articles. You can zoom in on this picture and take a look at it. And if you need more information, again, I did post a synthesizing discussion board that's due, I think, next week. That will give you more practice. And for the ones that didn't pick this task, obviously you get to worry about how to synthesize things. In the job and in even further college classes that you'll take at this university, you'll need to synthesize a lot of information at once, especially in the job where you come through and you have data and articles and testimonies, and you need to put it all together in one report. That's why this is one of the most important things that will happen on this wiki. Okay, categorize the article. It's a collection of data or text or ideas that's sorted into the same place. So if you see one idea, a theme, communication would be an example. What does each author address under that theme? So look at it again, figure out your themes. Most of these articles have more than one. They're academic articles. Then divide, these are going to be your categories. Divide it up, take a look at it, see what's going on. Again, write all this down in the wiki. And then can you divide it up even more? Look for keywords, and then either do a dendrogram or a Venn diagram to show the relation of all your ideas. Task 4, analyzing the articles. Okay, this means to break it down and study its parts. What is the purpose of this analysis? Again, we analyze stuff all of the time. Attorneys analyze and synthesize information daily, almost. So think about stuff like that as you're going through. What is the thesis? What's the purpose? You know, and make an outline. This outline, again, all of these ideas should go straight into the wiki. Okay, summarizing the articles. This is wiki co-owner also, so you will work with whoever has task 1. When you summarize, you're identifying key elements, you're writing about it. I suggest 2 to 3 paragraphs per article so that your audience knows what it's saying, what's going on. If I were to give this wiki to somebody for information, they would be able to see what's going on with these articles on several different levels, and they wouldn't have to read them necessarily. So think along those lines when you get ready to summarize. What do you need to say? It should be 2 to 3 paragraphs. It can be more. But again, make sure you divide it up and let me know. Reflection about the articles. Somebody gets this one. What do you think is going on, and how can you even connect it to what you have experienced in your life? You know, you thought the word bullshit meant one thing, but here it means something completely different. Why was that? What changed this meaning? Why is it important that you know it has more than one meaning? That's what reflection really is. And so work with this and figure out what's going on with it. Again, I expect you to brainstorm. Use first-person pronouns. If you don't know what those are, look it up. Do not use second-person pronouns. You're not writing instructions for anybody. So make sure that the word you is nowhere in your wiki. This is more informational. And then step 3, obviously, is putting all of this together in a wiki and making it look good. You should have images. It should be pleasing to the eye. You will need to broaden your audience's awareness about what's going on with these issues at hand. Again, academic writing and bullshit. And the co-owners. Okay, you are responsible for having due dates. When should everybody have all their stuff submitted into the wiki? You need to go through the wiki and make sure that the titles and subtitles have the same format, size, color, and type font. If pictures look pleasing, sometimes it might need to be centered. Again, go through there, make sure everything looks professional. Now, if I were going to publish this at the university and put your names on it, and all your other students and other professors were to see this, is this something that you would be proud of? Does it look the way you want it to look? And then moving to the next handout, this is how to create a wiki. And I posted this for your information. You can read through it, but wikis are becoming more and more popular to get information to people. So Wiki is a website or online resource which is built right into our Blackboard class. Most of the time they are publicly accessible. Organizations are using them to manage information in-house, enabling teams to share knowledge and work together more effectively. So this is one of the reasons why I picked this, is because it does let you get in there. It lets you put in all your information and you can see a big picture of what's actually happening and learn more about what's going on in those articles. Somebody else might have pulled stuff out you didn't even think about. Okay, it's an efficient way to gather and distribute information. It can improve collaboration among team members. So keep that in mind. I would assume most of you are having some kind of meetings, getting together to get stuff accomplished. Continue with those meetings. Again, Zoom does wonders. You can get on Collaborate and actually meet with your team members there. If you need my help and you have a scheduled Zoom or Collaborate meeting and want to invite me, let me know. I can access a link on Zoom as quickly as I can get on a link and Collaborate and help you out and work through some issues that these wikis might pose. Disadvantages, there are some, but they're not as bad. And again, I'm not going to really worry about all of these for this class assignment. And then read through this. Okay, you'll likely get most value from the wiki if the following points apply. You're trying to build a big picture on multiple perspectives. That's exactly what this whole assignment is trying to do. You want to capture information that's evolving or still being agreed upon. Everybody in the team needs to see knowledge gathered so far. There's value in creating links to other information, either internal or external. You can provide links to other websites if you find stuff about information, but make sure you post a little summary about that website so I know why I'm going to visit it. It's helpful to see all the writing and editing steps that, get to your point in creating this. And then, if errors appear, you can fix them, and they're easy to spot. And all of you should just jump in and help each other out. All right. That is the end of my discussion for assignment 2. If you have additional questions, again, I don't have any problem getting on a Zoom meeting with the whole entire group, or you can each individually send me text with issues about the assignment.